Hi everyone and welcome to another week. Today on the top 5 I'm going to be talking about my must-have kitchen tools for healthy eating. So we've got ovens, we've got toasters, we've got kettles, and they all make eating easier, but what about healthy eating? What are my must-have appliances? Number 1 would be a blender. So I recommend a blender being the first thing that you purchase just because it's simply an appliance that you will use every single day. So I use my blender to make smoothies, you can make soups, you can make dips and purees with it as well, nut milks if you want to start making your own almond milk or cashew milk. I use mine every day and I truly believe that a high quality, high speed blender is the number 1 thing to buy. If you're just starting out into healthy eating, trust me, it will make your life so much more easier. So you don't have to start off with something really expensive like a Vitamix or an Omni blend. You can start off with a really simple $100 blender and see how you go, and the more often you use it, then you might want to invest in something a little bit more expensive. You can also try the NutriBullets. I personally don't have one and have never used one, but I've heard from clients before how easy and handy they are, especially if you want to make your smoothie in the morning and then take it to work with you. So there are a few different options at a few different price points. Start low, but I would always recommend investing in something a little bit better that's going to last a little bit longer, and more often than not comes with a really good warranty on it as well. So number 2 would be a food processor. So food processors can be used for making raw desserts, raw treats, again, dips, hummuses, pestos. I use it to make all my snacks. So bliss balls, I use it to mix things if I'm making quick bread or muffins. You can just use a mixing bowl and in your hand, or use a knife to chop things up, but I find that usually chucking everything in the food processor is just so much easier and so much more time efficient. Even things like grating and slicing and cutting, there are different attachments that you can put onto a food processor depending which one you buy, which will make it easy for you to do that stuff as well. So less washing up and saves time. Definitely recommend a food processor. You can get the bigger ones, or you can even get the little mini food processors, which are good if you're chopping or pulsing single ingredients, and they're always a little bit cheaper too, so I'd recommend starting out with that and then investing in something more expensive again if you use it often, which you will, especially if you make a lot of recipes on my website. I use my food processor all the time. Number 3 would be a good quality knife or a good quality knife set. So I actually asked for a knife set for my birthday this year and got laughed at by family members who said that knives weren't a proper birthday present. So I went out and bought myself my own knife set, and it has literally been life-changing. I have been cutting sweet potato and carrots and pumpkin and all these really hard veggies with a really blunt knife, and it's an energy drainer. And yeah, it's hard. And so getting a good quality knife or a knife set, you can buy the blocks of knives as well, literally it will change your life. It will cut your food prep time in half. No pun intended. So get a good quality knife. It'll make cooking a lot more enjoyable as well. And you can buy them online, you can buy them in stores. There is a link that I'll put down below to a website which usually has some pretty good deals as well. So hop on there and see if you can find something that's within your price range. Number 4 would be a rice cooker. So the first time I got a little mini rice cooker, it was this little tiny one that my parents brought me back from Vietnam, I think they got it from, and it cooked 1 serving of rice, but I actually used it to cook quinoa, and the day that I did that was the day my whole world changed to cooking grains. So quinoa, millet, amaranth, freekeh, you can cook all these grains in a rice cooker, and more often than not it's just about getting the ratio of grain to water right. So with quinoa you cook it just like rice, 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of rice into the rice cooker, turn it on, walk away, do whatever you need to do, prep the rest of your meal, come back, and it's perfectly cooked. You know, you don't have to stand over a stove, you know, turning the heat to low and high, mixing it, stirring it, making sure that it's okay. You can literally put it on and go, and you come back and it's cooked for you. So rice cookers are really good time savers. You can cook in bulk as well in rice cookers if you get a bigger one, and then you can put that in a container and you can pop it in your fridge as well. So definitely invest in a rice cooker. The rice cooker I have at the moment I got for $15 from Big W, so they're not expensive at all. It does the job. And lastly, it's not really an appliance, but more of a essential, I guess, tool that you would have to have, storage containers. So you can get these from any of your big chain supermarkets, or you can buy them online, and I've got some links that I'm going to post below as well. I usually go for glass because you can store them in the freezer and they're a little bit safer for you and for your health. But with storage containers it's great because what you can do is you can cook in bulk and then you can portion up, and you can put everything into a container and keep it in the fridge, so it's really easy to grab and go. You can make up big salads for your lunch and you can portion them up, again put them in the fridge. You can chop up veggies or fruit and keep them in the freezer. Make up big batches of granola, keep it in your pantry. You can put all your nuts and your seeds and your flours into containers. So it's really just about storage, and the more you have available on hand, the less you have to go down to the shops, or the less you have to cook. So it just makes the whole process of having readily available healthy food a lot easier as well. So they're my top 5 tools. Pick one, pick the one that you think that is going to be the most beneficial to you. Go out today and buy it and see how you go, and then continue on with the rest. Trust me, it will make your life a whole lot easier.